Welcome to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, we are going to have a very special guest right out of the box this morning. RoShelle Salinas with the Houston Auto and is it the boat show or RV show? What we'll find out.
We're going to find out. Yeah.
RoShelle's going to join us here, and we're going to have the stories making automotive news headlines a little bit later on in this half hour. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Conrad's out today. Hopefully, he'll be back next week. He's been sunning himself in California and visiting the Pelosi home.
I think it's more like family.
He took some hammers up there or something. I'm not exactly sure how that all worked out. But anyway, on to bigger and better things. Look who's here with us now, RoShelle Salinas.
Good morning, fellas.
Good morning.
They're on their feet in the neighborhood.
You're thinking, oh, my God, do I really have to get up on a Saturday morning
Doesn't she
put
usually
up
go
with
vacationing at the holiday season? Doesn't she go?
That's my kids, Don. They're like, a radio show again.
Again. It's not even television. Well, I guess it is kind of television.
Yeah.
We kind of bridge the gap there between radio and TV. So,
Yep.
But at any rate, how have you been?
Very good, thank you. Busy, very excited about this upcoming year and everything
that's
coming
the
together.
first thing out of my mouth is going to ask you. So, is everybody manufacturing that's coming to the Houston Auto Show this year?
Unfortunately, not everyone, but we've got a great group coming. I'm really excited. We're still getting in a few, last-minute requests to participate, so it should be very similar to last year's. We are participating again with the boat show, so now we just realized, some things just go together really well, and the boat show and the auto show go together good. So we're finally calling it the Autobotive show now.
Autobotive.
That's fun.
I'm looking for a good submarine.
Yeah, okay. Well, so do they have RVs there too?
There is one RV vendor set up out there usually, and we'll have all the boat brands. They're even bringing more inventory on the boat side this year, so it's exciting for them. We're splitting the venue half and half, and going to add a really awesome beer garden. Camp Jeep and the Ram Track are coming back. We're going to have like over 40 cars to test drive out front of the building. So there's going to be a lot of activity and fun things happening in January.
And what days of the week are this combined event going to take place?
So we're January 25th through the 29th. That's Wednesday through Sunday. We're opening up a little bit earlier this year. Instead of opening at lunch, we're opening at 11 a.m., closing at 8 p.m. every night, staying open a little bit later on the weekends. But it's going to be a jam-packed day, so we're excited to be able to add, that extra hour in the morning.
Are we invited again, or have you had enough of us?
Yeah, absolutely. No, Mr. Mars and I were just having to talk about that this week, so hopefully you guys can make it out and do another live broadcast out there, and we can have fun right on the show floor, probably in that Jeep area once again.
Well, as
Very
a matter
cool.
of fact, we'll have to get that cleared clearly with Kimberly Schultz with Chrysler, and hopefully she'll say, okay, one more time.
No,
You insist.
we need to get a hold of beer garden people.
I wrote down beer garden. I made sure I wrote that down.
Did you?
We could remote from
I'm
there.
not a beer drinker. I mean, I'll have a beer maybe a couple of times a year, but that's just not my
We'll
thing.
bring your foo-foo drinks if you want.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm thinking about some mountain whiskey.
They'll put an umbrella in your beer for you.
Then you'll have to come to the preview night because it is finally back again.
Yay!
So we will have the preview night.
I'm
Tickets
going.
will be $150 a person, open to the public. So if you're looking for a real VIP experience to come to the auto show, check out our preview night. It's the Tuesday before we open to the public. We're having a more closer to headliner band this year. It's Skyrocket out of Austin. So they're like a 70s and 80s tribute band. They are pretty well known around town. They play at the Continental Club and some bigger venues in Austin and stuff. So it'll be a really fun night with open bar, food, full access to the auto and boat side of the event. A really fun night if you're looking for something more, away from the crowds of the general public auto show.
Is it going to be a theme night?
Yeah, it'll be a tribute to the decades.
A tribute to the decade. So that means that I could dress up in my bell bottoms and Madras shirt.
That will be perfect.
Yeah, and you can see that now in your mind, can't you?
I just threw up in my throat.
Get the hat with the feather on it. And,
Absolutely.
You have to have some platforms too, though.
Oh, yeah.
I will tell you that there was a point in my life that I actually had a pair of platform shoes.
I would believe it.
And
You'd probably be 7 foot tall
and
if you had a platform.
and at 6'1", barefooted. You can imagine. I towered over everybody. It was great, and I had those extra wide bell bottoms too. And the color of the pants were blue and white checked.
He's a clown at the circus. You're walking down the stilts.
Exactly. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, I would imagine that you'll have auto dealers going. Did you actually preview this guy before you let him in?
Where's security?
Where's security when you need it? Well, the other thing that I wanted to tell you that Mars and I were just discussing, well, actually Jeff too, he was here, that we were discussing, since the show is going to open at 11 o'clock during the week, is it going to open at 11 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday as well?
No, it'll be 10 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday.
Ooh, 10.
There you go. It's getting better.
So, Mars, I'm thinking that what we should do is we should start our show and do it 10 to 1. What do you think about that, Mars? Are you even paying attention?
I am. I'm making
He's writing it down.
On Saturday. So would you be good with that?
Absolutely.
Okay. We're thinking that maybe this year we'll do it a little bit differently, and we'll promote it ahead of time, that we're going to do the live show from 10 to 1 out there at NRG Center, and it'll be fun. There'll be people there, and you won't have to go and knock on people's hotel rooms. Hey, we need you guys to come down for this stupid interview. Well, that'd make it easier on you, wouldn't it?
You could wear that outfit and go knock on their doors.
Yeah, I could. I know. Yeah, I'd get shot.
Yeah.
But
So
would that make it easier on you to get guests and stuff for us?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
We can make that happen.
All right.
What time does the beer garden open?
Oh my God. At 10.
Just checking. Just checking.
Mars, are you a beer drinker?
I can be.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
bet you can.
We're gonna learn them.
We're going to learn him. Okay, so let's talk about manufacturers, and I understand that our friend Buzz Smith is going to be there with his electric bandwagon, if you will.
That's right. Yes.
So fill us in on some of the stuff that's going to be you can see when you buy your ticket.
Yeah, so we're going to have, all the usuals there, Ford, Chrysler, or all the Stellantis brands, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Toyota, Lexus.
Is GM coming?
We are working on that. There's one of there were the ones we're kind of begging. Like,
do we need to make a phone call on your
That would be
behalf?
helpful. Yeah, anyone can make a phone call and tell GM that they need to be at the auto show.
Well, I would imagine that all the GM dealers in town are going, "Hey, hello, we're here. Come on down."
Yeah. And they've got some great products to be showing right now. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, hopefully them. We've got a dealer representing Mazda and Hyundai, and Volkswagen will be out as the manufacturer. Nissan as well. They're bringing out some great products. So yeah, we've got a good variety. But the big news this year, as you alluded to, Buzz, is that Evolve Houston is now our presenting sponsor. And to remind everyone, Evolve is a coalition of businesses and nonprofits here in the city that are driving awareness and adoption to electric vehicles to drive in Houston. They want 50% of the cars or drivers to drive a EV in 2030. And I think with all of the brands that are now producing EVs and putting out some great product in the market, it's a great time for them to participate in the auto show and for Evolve to educate everyone what it is like to drive an EV. What do you need? How does it operate? So they'll have their own display with a whole variety of vehicles, educational aspects in their display right on the middle of the show floor. And then we're actually doing a multi-OEM EV ride and drive out front of the building. And we're one of the first auto shows to be able to do it where the people are actually going to be able to drive the EVs. there's all kinds of insurance hurdles nowadays after things have happened in this world. And thankfully, we're moving forward with people being able to drive electric vehicles at the auto show and do test drives right there. So we're aiming to have anywhere from 6 to 8 different vehicles that you'll be able to try. I know we have a Ford Lightning. We'll have the ID4. We're working on multiple vehicles that people can come out and test drive right there in front of the auto show to get their first electric vehicle experience.
Well, you know, I have a connection with the Nissan guy, Steve Parrott. I'm sure you're familiar with Steve.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so I can make a phone call to Steve if you'd like. Well, actually, it would be Ray making the phone call to Steve. But man, you don't know who Ray is, but I promise you that
Pastor Parrott does.
Pastor Parrott does. Yes, he does. And so we will definitely make that phone call and say, Steve, they need an EV from Nissan. Could you bring that?
Yeah.
Could you supply that?
Yeah, I think we can make the Nissan one happen. Where I mean, wish list would also be to have the Hummer. So call those GM people.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, your GM dealers need to really put the squeeze on Detroit.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they'll probably be at the Detroit Auto Show in January.
Well, they'd have to.
Yeah,
I mean, Detroit would give them a spanking.
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, so how much your ticket's going to be?
So this is we are getting away from Ticketmaster. We've got our own ticketing platform now. So online sales are going to be a lot more affordable and a better deal. They're $15 online. Tickets are available right now. You can get them from autoshow.com, from the HoustonAutoShow.com, or we have the automotiveshow.com. You can go get tickets there. And so $15 online. At the door, they'll be $20.
Wow, so that's a big savings to do it online. You know, it's so funny you should mention Ticketmaster. And look, they've served the purpose well all these years. But, you know, these add-on fees really tick me off when I go to everybody. Yeah, and add-on fees, service fee and, you know, this fee and that fee. No. I want to pay $15 for the ticket, and you absorb that. You know, make it work. And so I guess that I'm not by myself.
No, you're not. You're not.
Okay.
Definitely. It's been one of the challenges in event planning, working with Ticketmaster for so long, that we can't get event pre-sales because they were $5 to $7 more per ticket in advance. And that's just working backwards.
Didn't you have a problem with Taylor Swift, Mike, getting tickets?
Yeah, I was going to say, Don, now he's out there with Taylor Swift.
Yeah. No, I went to see Lady Gaga.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Now, does that surprise you, RoShelle?
Not if you took your daughter with you.
No, but I did take a girl. So
okay, good.
Uh-huh.
You took a date.
I took a date.
Made it legal.
Yeah. So I made it legit looking anyway. But yeah, I went to see Lady Gaga. I'll never do that again. I'll never go to another concert down there at Minute Maid Park. That venue is just not set up for a concert. Sorry.
The baseball field?
The baseball field.
You went to a concert in the baseball field?
That's where Lady Gaga was, and she was way out there in center field, and here I am sitting at first base. That's a mile away out there. You can't see anything. Terrible. But
you won't have that problem at the
auto show.
Auto show. No, you get to get right up front with those vehicles.
There you go.
Now, have you changed the name? Is it really going to be Automotive?
We haven't officially changed it yet, but we really like it. We're kind of testing it out, putting it out there to see how it works.
I love it. It's got it's got a little flair to
kind
it.
Of rolls.
Automotive. Automotive.
I mean, if Ford can call the front of the Ford Lightning, I think we can get away with the Automotive show.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think it's rather unique. So it's going to be January 25th through the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
And is it HoustonAutoShow.com?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get tickets at HoustonAutoShow.com, HoustonBoatShow.com, or the AutomotiveShow.com. So plenty of ways to find your tickets. It's all going to lead back to the same place. This makes for a great Christmas present, stocking stuffer.
Yeah.
Get this for your car fan. You can print them off and put them right in the stocking.
I love that. That's a great idea.
And you don't have to pay the Ticketmaster fees.
Amen to that.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that there's a movement afoot to get away from that because those of us that go places every time you go to a concert, all these add-on fees, the $20 ticket now costs $40.
Yeah, just for processing. What little minion are you paying back there to do processing?
Yeah, exactly. I just don't get it at all. Well, so anything else we want to add? Can I get my famous chili dog there at NRG Center?
Aramark has got plenty of concessions there for you, but they have changed. Everything at NRG is now cashless. So even when you go to pay for parking to get into NRG Center, it's a $20 parking fee. You have to have a credit card.
Ooh.
Any concessions inside are also credit card only. So make sure that you have your plastic with you to be able to get into the show.
Make a note of
We're
that.
also changing on-site tickets so that when you get to the door, if you didn't get advance tickets, we're going to have a faster ticketing system with kiosks right there in the lobby instead of having to wait in long lines to see a ticket taker.
Very neat.
So things will be much smoother. If you've been in the past and had to wait in those lines and you're thinking, I don't want to deal with that again, don't worry, we've solved those problems. So a lot of change and efficiencies have come, and we're making this event a lot better. I'm very excited to see it all come together in January.
Me too.
Beer garden.
And the beer garden.
In the beer garden.
Yeah, let's do it.
Are you going on vacation for the holidays again?
You know it. We got to head down to Mexico. So if you need me to bring you something back, give me a call.
Sombrero. We all need sombrero.
Tequila.
Yeah, well, we could get that.
Yeah. All right. RoShelle, it's always a pleasure to see you. Good to talk to you.
Same. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
And we'll talk to you again when we get a little bit closer.
Absolutely.
All right. Take care. Happy holidays.
And to you.
Merry Christmas.
Okay.